Hello, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2016. Hello, wait a minute. Where the hell's Chris gone? He's not bloody well here. Wow. Must mean that we've done all our developments. Fantastic. Anyway, let's have a look now and see where we're going to go and have a look where we are in the development table. As you can see, we're still in third place at the moment. So it's time to move on to the next Grand Prix.
The sky is dark and the lights are on. Welcome to qualifying here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit in Singapore. This is the kind of track that eats rear tyres for breakfast, or so I'm told by more experienced drivers than myself.
No matter how good a driver is at managing their throttle application to limit rear slip, they can't always overcome a car that's inherently bad at looking after its rear tyres. Here we have a lot of low-speed corner exits, which means a whole load of energy, heat and tyre wear.
And of course the next Grand Prix is the Singapore Sling. Yes, it's time for Singapore. And at the moment Daniel Ricciardo's got pole position with 1:41. Who's going to cross the line? It's going to be, oh my goodness, 4.5 seconds off the pace. 17th position at the moment for the Hookster. Let's have a look at the final table then and see where we are. Well, 6th for Sebastian Vettel and... It's last. It's bloody last.
As the sun sets over the South China Sea, the sport that never sleeps is alert and raring to go. Welcome, under the bright lights of the Marina Bay Circuit, to another Singapore Grand Prix. It's a very long, very physical lap, this one, and really there's not much in the way of margin for error. So we have a bit of an endurance race for you tonight.
If we keep up this level of performance, I think you'll be promoted to #1 driver. So let's make sure we get a good result today.
Well, the Hookster still has no idea how he managed to end up in last place. Anyway, let's have a look at the final grid placings then. In first place, it's Max Verstappen. In second place, it's Lulu. Third for Sergio Perez in a Force India. Fourth for Nico Rosberg. Fifth for Sebastian Vettel. Sixth for Daniel Ricciardo. Seventh for Nico Hulkenberg. Eighth for Romain Grosjean. Ninth for Felipe Massa. 10th for Valtteri Bottas. 11th for Fernando Alonso. 12th for Esteban Gutierrez. 13th for Jenson Button. 14th for the Torpedo. 15th for Marcus Ericsson. 16th for Felipe Nasser. 17th for Kevin Magnussen. 18th for Carlos Sainz. 19th for Rio Haryanto. 20th for Pascal Wehrlein. 21st for Jolly Off. I've missed it now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're reforming on the grid. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are in last place. And it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out. Wait, I need a poo. No time for a poo. We say go. And it's away he goes from last place on the grid. Look at this. They're all jostling for positions ahead of us. Oh, we're going to sneak down the inside of all of them, are we? Into turn 1. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, it's another dive bomb from the Hookster. Once again, he's made contact with a Husqvarna Esteban Gutierrez, but he manages to get round. And yes, up into 12th position from last, everyone. Yes, last. Our next target is Fernando Alonso. We dive down inside of both the cars. Oh, very tight there. Very tight indeed. But yeah, oh, yellow flag. What's going on? We've got the virtual safety car has been deployed. The virtual safety. Marcus Ericsson is out of the race. Marcus Ericsson has, I don't know, exploded or smashed into another car. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, he is out of the race. And we've got to continue now under the virtual safety car. But we are up into the points. Yes, 10th position at the moment for the Hookster on the very first lap of the race. Just look at the huge trolley train of cars ahead of us. Yes, the huge trolley train. We've got Massa, we've got Grosjean, we've got Hulkenberg in that Force India, of course, as we now go into this very tight chicane at the gorgeous Singapore circuit. Now, of course, there's nothing the Hookster can do here. He's just got to hold station behind the rest of these cars until we go, and then he'll be away and gone, hopefully. Oh, but I think the Hookster's getting very frustrated sitting behind his cars. Look at this. Look, he's trying to push out Felipe Massa. This is like when he tried to have little play with the safety car. Oh, there's contact though with Felipe Massa. He's returning to racing speed now. The green flag goes up, but just as the green flag went up, there was a slight bit of contact. So he's lost a little bit of ground now against Felipe Massa. But anyway, it's time to say go, and it's away they all go once again. So 10th position at the moment for the Hookster on the first lap of this Grand Prix. We've got Fernando Alonso behind us in the 11th place. In, of course, a little bit of corner cutting there for the Hookster. A little bit of corner cutting there. Anyway, he's desperately trying to get past Felipe Massa and make up that ground that he lost as he was trying to sort of fake a move down the inside of him on that safety car period, the virtual safety car period. Anyway, let's see if we can now. Oh, he's jumping over these chicanes. He's jumping over these curbs. Let's see if we can catch up to Felipe Massa. This is the end of lap 1 as we go into lap 2 now. Maxi Boy Verstappen is currently in the lead. Yes, currently in the lead, which means where is Lulu? Where's the blessed one, of course? I can't see Lulu anywhere. Well, he must be there somewhere. Anyway, we get past another car, I do believe. Yes, we get past Felipe Massa. So I think we're now up into 9th position and chasing hard on the car in front, which of course is going to be yes, it's one of the Huskars. Yes, one of the Huskars. Wow, look at all that debris on the circuit there. Look at all that debris. That is got to be from Marcus Ericsson's car. Got to be from Marcus Ericsson's car because he's out of the race. Wowzers. So there you can see why we had the virtual safety cars. He dives down the inside of, I think it's Esteban Gutierrez. I think it is anyway. And he's up now to 8th position for the Hookster. Yes, 8th place for the Hookster. Chasing hard on the car in front. It's one of those Force Indias. That's got to be Nico Hulkenberg. Nico Hulkenberg in the Force India. Of course, we were driving the Force India a few races ago, but now we're in the Ferrari. Yes, in the Ferrari. And that means we can now show off the true potential and hopefully get past the Force India. Unfortunately, though, I think we've done quite a bit of development on that car, so it's pretty bloody fast at the moment. Yes, pretty bloody fast. But the Hookster never gives up and he never surrenders, don't you know? So he's going to see if he can catch up to the back of this Force India of Nico Hulkenberg and of course get past him. Okay, this is almost the end of lap 2 now. You can see the floodlights are dappling on the circuit. Yes, dappling. It is of course night time in Singapore for this race. Yes, night time, because of course they're on a different time zone than everyone else. So, almost the end of the lap now. Almost the end of the lap. There you can see the big wheel in the background as the Hookster comes around these final corners. Still chasing hard on Nico Hulkenberg. I do believe he's in front. I think it's Hulkenberg anyway. Let's have a look as we're about to complete the end of lap 2 and go into lap 3. And the Hookster is still holding on to this. I think it's 8th place. Yes, it is 8th position. And yes, indeed, Mr. McGreedy. It's Nico Hulkenberg in front of us. And of course, that Force India cars. We get very close to the gearbox. He's got Daniel Ricciardo, the honey badger, ahead of him. And of course, our teammate Sebastian Vettel in the sister Ferrari ahead of both of them as we try desperately now. Now, we've got some DRS now. Maybe we can get past Hulkenberg as we just run over some of that debris once again. Look at this, they're jostling about all over the place here in front of us. Look, three wide the next turn. The Hookster has to go very wide, but he tucks it back in again. We've got Sebastian Vettel now. He's been a well loser in all of that, and he's dropped back down. He's just ahead of us. Can we get past Seb? He's going to try and see if we can dive down the inside of Sebastian Vettel. Do we manage to put it off? No, not at the moment, but he's still there off to the right-hand side. Now he's starting off to the left-hand side to try and get past Daniel Ricciardo, the honey badger, and we go very tight to the gearbox of Daniel Ricciardo, and we're going to try and go for a move down the inside. No, oh, this is getting very close, too bloody close. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, we got contact from a car next to us though. What is this? It's Roman Grosjean in a Huskar, and look at this, he's now joined in the fight as well. Wow, this is absolutely incredible scenes. So now we've got to try and get past Roman Grosjean as well in the Huskar. We're going to go to the outside. This is a very dodgy line to take to try and get past Grosjean. There's contact with Grosjean, but we managed to hold on to it just about. Are we going to get down the inside of Roman Grosjean? And we do, and we just managed to break in time with that, go straight to the back of Daniel Ricciardo's gearbox there. So anyway, we've made up no positions whatsoever during all that fighting, no positions whatsoever. We're still in 8th place, yes, and still fighting with Daniel Ricciardo. And we've got Sebastian Vettel, of course, teammate in front of the honey badger once again. So almost the end of the first lap now, still chasing Daniel Ricciardo. Sebastian Vettel still in front of him as we cross the line, and we've got a little bit of DRS, but we're a little bit too far back from Daniel Ricciardo at the moment. He's going for a move on Sebastian Vettel. He dives down the inside of Vettel. Oh, look at this. Well, we're going to stay with this now. We're going to see if we can dive down the inside. Oh, this is going to be tight, and we've managed to get off to the left-hand side of both the cars there. We've got past Vettel, I do believe, but Daniel Ricciardo, no, actually Vettel's in front of us still as well as we go into the next turn. Now we're going to try and go off to the right-hand side of Sebastian Vettel's. Once again, we've run over that debris. Luckily, we're not going to get a puncher from that, but anyway, we'll see if there was a little bit of contact there, a little bit of contact with Daniel Ricciardo. We've made a slight bit of contact with the wall there, I do believe, but now we slip down the inside of both the cars now, and we're up into 6th position. Wowzers. It's another fantastic performance once again from the Hookster. But more importantly, where is Lulu, of course, who we are fighting with a championship for. Anyway, this is now lap 4, and there's Hamilton. He's in 5th place at the moment. As you can see, we go past the pit lane now, and I think we've got past him, have we? I think he's coming to the pits. Yes, he has. So up into 4th position now for the Hookster. Don't get too excited, of course, because it's time for our pit stop very soon indeed, as we accelerate forward now to lap 5. Yes, lap 5, just going past the pits once again. There's more cars coming in, which means we are going to go into 1st place. Yes, 1st position at the moment. Wowzers. Fernando Alonso is now in 2nd place. Esteban Gutierrez is in 3rd position at the moment, as we accelerate forward once again now to the end of lap 6, and it is now time for us to make our own pit stop, and we're going to lose a few places now, I do believe. Just looking at the mini map, there's a few cars going past us. Wowzers, there's quite a few cars going past us. Anyway, we changed from the ultra soft tyre onto the super soft tyre, the hard tyre, for this race in Singapore. And at the moment, we're outside the points. We are outside the points in 11th place, or 12th place now, 12th place. Can we make up any positions in the last half of this Grand Prix? So we rejoin now. We're down to 13th place now. 13th place for Hookster. This is not looking good for any World Championship points. Hopefully, though, we've got more cars kind of coming to the pits. Let's hope so anyway. Otherwise, we could be in real trouble as Valtteri Bottas in the Mercedes in 14th place is trying to get past us. Anyway, the accelerated forward out to lap 9 of the Grand Prix. And luckily, yes, there are cars coming in now. So I'll be the 12th, 11th. Come on, yes! 10th position there for the Hookster. Oh, 9th place. So yes, we're on for 2 World Championship points as we exceed the track limits a little tiny bit there for the Hookster on lap 10. But yes, so we're on for 2 points. But what is Lewis Hamilton on as we accelerate forward out to lap 10 of the Grand Prix? Just crossing the line once again. There's one more car coming in. This is quite a late stop for the cars, I have to say, but we're up into 8th position now. So we're pretty much back to where we were before we come in for our pit stop, which is good news. As we accelerate forward now, and we got real pressure now from Fernando Alonso. He dives dead inside of us as we go into the next turn. Oh my goodness, no, he goes round. Fernando Alonso has gone round, and oh, wowzers. Absolute carnage there. We got cars smashing into each other. We got the green flag now, but let's go to a replay and see exactly what happened there. So there's Fernando Alonso. He dives down inside of us, and I think there's just going to be a tiny little touch from us. And yes, he goes round, but look at this, everyone. Wowzers, slam, bam, thank you, man. That's Felipe Massa, I do believe, gone straight into the side pod of Fernando Alonso. Look at the cars now. The Toro Rosso tries to sneak round the outside, and I think he takes out Fernando Alonso's right wheel, I do believe. Anyway, let's have a look now from Fernando Alonso's view. You can see he just sort of goes to the inside line and he just gets a tiny little touch from the Hookster, and then bang, bang, bang. Look at that. Look at the G-force of that impact. Wowzers. I hope Fernando Alonso's okay there with his neck. But you can also see that's what happened with the Toro Rosso, taking out Fernando Alonso's right front wheel. Oh my goodness. Anyway, back to the action now. This is still lap 11 of the Grand Prix, and as you can see, yes, Fernando Alonso is definitely out of the race because he's got no wheel on the right hand side of his car. But we hold on to this 8th position at the moment on lap 11. Yes, 8th place for the Hookster. But where is Lulu? Where is Lulu as we just cross the line now into lap 12 of the Grand Prix? And there's one more car in. There's another car come in very, very late on lap 12. So we're now up into 7th position. Yes, 7th place. So we're going to get some more points. But where is Lulu going to end up as we accelerate forward now to the last lap of the race? Yes, it's the last lap. Where is Lewis Hamilton? Anyway, Max Verstappen has won the race, and he's still not on the board, is Lewis Hamilton. So we're going to see where we're going to end up. It's been a consolidation drive for us. Of course, starting from last place was very, very risky indeed of trying to get any sort of win out of this race. But we have done pretty well to get up into 7th place. Yes, 7th position. We're just about to go around the final corners now and end the race for the Hookster in his Ferrari car. And as you can see, the fireworks are going off everywhere, and the Hookster's going to cross the line in 7th place. So a pretty good result overall as he crosses the line right now. Yes, fantastic.
That was an excellent drive.
Yes, even the engineer's happy. Look at that. He says you can't complain about that one. No, you cannot. So there's the podium then, and there is Mr. Horner himself congratulating his crew. Well done, lads. And there's the winner, Maxi Boy Verstappen in a Red Bull. Who would have thought it in 2016? Who would have thought it? But it's a reality. And there's the team mechanics once again. Well done, man. Oh, he's got a long nose, that bloke, hasn't he? Blimey. Anyway, let's go on to the podium now. And you can see Maxi Boy is celebrating on the top step. Lewis Hamilton! There's Lewis Hamilton. He finished in 3rd place. Oh my goodness. How has that affected the points now? I'm not quite sure. We will see a little bit later as Maxi Boy Verstappen sprays the champagne over everyone. Yes, go on, lad. Get it in their eyes. They don't care. So that's it then. 3rd for Lulu. Only 7th for the Hookster. We'll have to see how that affects the championship standings. So there's the race results. And now in the championship, it's 18 points now, the deficit between us and Lewis Hamilton. 223 World Championship points. 3rd place for Nico Rosberg with 181. as we look at the constructors, and we're in third place with 284 points. Okay then, so it's time to move on to the next Grand Prix, and we'll just see how we're doing at the moment on our laptop. Yes, it's all good. It's all good. And the next Grand Prix is the Malaysian Grand Prix. Yes, in Malaysia. Let's have another look at the laptop, and as you can also see, Renault Sport Formula 1 team have upgraded their engine power, but no one else has done anything to their car. So luckily, we're still in third place in the development, which is all good. Okay then, let's get on with the next Grand Prix.
Sit back and put your feet up as we head into qualifying here in Kuala Lumpur. Over the next few minutes, we'll find out who's got pace in the car and who hasn't.
So out we go for qualifying, and we have to do really well here if we've got any chance of winning this championship against Lewis Hamilton, which means we've got to get a pretty decent qualifying place. Otherwise we've got no chance. We cannot afford to have any last place shenanigans in this race. Okay then, so Daniel Ricciardo's got pole at the moment. Oh my goodness, it's 20th. It's 20th place for the Hookster. Anyway, a little bit later into qualifying, you can see we've managed to muscle the car up into 14th position at the moment. Daniel Ricciardo is currently in pole position. Let's see if we can improve on 14th. Come on, let's see if we can as we cross the line. Are we going to? The answer is going to be a resounding... I don't know, we'll find out in a moment. Did we improve on 14th? No, we didn't. It's 15th. Shit. Shit, shit, shit.
A young Spaniard named Fernando Alonso sat at the front of the grid here over a decade ago now. The first flash of greatness in a race that also gave us the maiden win for Kimi Raikkonen. The Malaysian Grand Prix is an event for gifted racers to climb to the top, and for those on the sidelines to find new talents. 5 lefts and 10 rights make up the 15 corners of Sepang's 3.4-mile circuit. A track where the weather always threatens to play a deciding factor. The drivers will be subjected to forces in excess of 4G and heavy braking zones in 4 of these corners, 2 of which come at the end of DRS zones into turn 1 and to turn 15.
We need a good result today if we want to catch Hamilton in the Drivers' Championship.
Okay, here's the final grid order then. Daniel Ricciardo got pole position with Lewis Hamilton in second, Nico Rosberg in third, Sebastian Vettel in fourth place. Fifth for Sergio Perez, sixth for Nico Hulkenberg, seventh for Valtteri Bottas, eighth for Max Verstappen, ninth for Felipe Massa, 10th for Jenson Button, 11th for Romain Grosjean, 12th for Fernando Alonso, 13th for Esteban Gutierrez, 14th for Marcus Ericsson, 15th for the Hookster, 16th for Felipe Nasser, 17th for Carlos Sainz, 18th for Pascal Wehrlein, 19th for Kevin Magnussen, 20th for Jolly Palmer, 21st for Daniel Kvyat, and 22nd for Rio Haryanto. Now, just looking at the strategy here, and oh god, the hard tyre. I can't stand the hard tyre. And you know what? I'm going to see if I can push that out of the way. Can we just go for a softer medium? Can we? No, we can't. I will just push the hard out there then, and we'll just... There you go. Softer medium for the race. That's what we'll select. Okay then. It's time now for us to reform on the grid once more, and it will soon be time to go racing. Soon be time to go racing as we form up on the grid. And now it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the... wait, stop. No, we can't stop. It's time to say go, go, go. So 15th position on the grid. The Hookster goes away from the line and he gets off to another rocket ship start. Up into 12th position already as we go into this really, really tight right-hander. Is he going to get any more places? Oh, God, he dives. There's a little bit of smoke coming out from one of the cars there, as you can see, but he manages to dive down the inside of a huge amount of cars once again, up into 7th and battling with this false Indian. In fact, he's battling with a yellow flag. We almost go into the side pod of Hulkenberg there, but we managed to get past all of them up into 5th position. Yes, 5th position. Next target is... There's Hamilton. Sergio Perez in front of us, but Hamilton is in front of him. Of course, we've got to get past Hamilton if we've got any chance of winning this championship. We have to get past Lewis Hamilton. But can we get past him? Luckily, he's got traffic. Oh, a little bit of going off onto the curb in there, a little bit for the Hookster there, and that was a little bit dodgy. He could have binned it there, but no, he's carrying on. 5th place. He's lost a little bit of ground, as you can see. He's going to see if he can catch up to that little bit of ground he's lost by braking very, very late into this turn, which he does do. So still chasing Sergio Perez. And there is our target, everyone. Lewis Hamilton in front of Sergio Perez. Come on, Hookster. You've got to get past Lulu. You have to get past Lulu. So we're just about to go round now into this very, very tortuous right-hander. Everyone hates this turn. But the Hookster gets through. No problem. whatsoever. So it's now time to put the hammer down and see if we can catch up to the hammer man himself, Mr. Lewis Hamilton. We're just about to complete the first lap of this Grand Prix, still holding on to 5th position at the moment. Luckily, Hamilton's got 2 cars ahead of him, which is going to slow him down a little bit. Yes, a little bit, which may give us the opportunity to see if we can catch up. There he is. Look, there is Lulu. Car 44 directly in front of us. Well, almost. We've got a Force India to get past first, and then it'll be directly in front of us. And we are still going to push like crazy because we're not going to give up on this championship. Even though we're very, very early into a championship season, basically season 2, we weren't expecting to be this high up so early on in this championship, but we are. As we now do a dive down both was that Lulu? Yes, we've got past Lewis Hamilton. Wowzers, absolute wowzers. We get past Lulu and the Force India. We get past 2 cars. That was absolutely outrageous and audacious from the Hookster. And he gets through now and he's ahead of Lulu. He's just got to stay ahead of Lewis Hamilton now to try and claw back a few of the points, and he's slowly being chipped away by Lewis Hamilton. Yes, he's slowly chipping away at this point deficit that the Hookster has got to him, and if he can just stay in front of him, he's going to claw a few of those points back, hopefully. But is Lewis Hamilton going to be content to just sit behind the Hookster and just see if he can win the championship basically on demerit? I don't think he is, because of course he's a racer, and the Hookster goes wide there, and that gives the opportunity for Lewis Hamilton to try and sneak down the inside, and he does sneak down the inside. Has he got the DRS flap open? Not at the moment, he hasn't. So it's just pure slipstream. Of course, this is only lap 2, so the DRS is not activated yet. And we slide down the inside of Lulu once again, as you can see, as we go into the next turn. So Lewis Hamilton is still holding station. He goes, oh, it's contact. Lulu goes off and he hits the wall. Lewis Hamilton's hit the wall. Yellow flag, everyone. Yellow flag. Lewis Hamilton has hit the wall. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes on lap 2 going to lap 3. Let's go to a replay and see exactly what happened there. Well, this is the view from Lewis Hamilton. We've got a Force India behind, and he makes contact with the back of Lewis Hamilton. You can see there, we thought there was contact with the Hookster, but there was no contact. It was the Force India that actually hit Hamilton, and he's crashed him straight into the wall. He's put him straight into the wall. Let's have a look now from a replay angle from the Force India, because you can see we were battling with each other. I think a lot of you may have thought that it was contact with me that actually put him out, but no, it's going to be the Force India. As you can see, we're nowhere near Lewis here. Come around the corner, and yes, he just tags his rear end and smack, bang, wham, straight into the wall from the Force India car, and he makes contact, and oh, he's out on a calamitous action going on still. Anyway, back to us now, lap 3 of the race, and we're holding on now to a podium position, everyone. Yes, 3rd place for the Hookster, but where is Lewis Hamilton? Where is Lewis Hamilton? Well, of course, he's got to be right down the back of the field now. He's going to have damage to his car. He's going to have come in for a pit stop. Surely, he wouldn't have carried on with the amount of damage as he went bang straight into that wall. Anyway, we are now catching up to the 2 cars in front of us. It's Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger, and Nico Rosberg in the other Mercedes, of course. Oh my goodness, are we going to get into the lead? Are we going to get into the lead? Well, we're going to stay with distance. Oh, a little bit wide there once again from the Hookster. He seems to go too far over to that curbs, and he almost bins it. You can see he has to really try and pull it back. Anyway, so he's lost a little bit more ground. He's going to see if he can once again make up that ground as they're battling like crazy ahead. Look at this, Rosberg and Ricciardo. Oh dear, we're just going to see if we can sort of get into the mix here and get past these cars and up into the lead of this race as we take out one of the cones once again. We take out one of the cones, but we don't worry about that. So we've now got this really, really tortuous right-hander coming up now. Yes, you have to brake very, very hard, sort of drift it off to the left-hand side and then sort of let it drift into the right really to get around that corner okay. Anyway, this is almost the end of lap 3 of this Grand Prix. We have no idea where Lulu is, but of course he's going to be down the back of the field, which is great news for us. We're going to get some serious points here, hopefully, at the end of the race. So we complete lap 3, going to lap 4. Look at the debris on the circuit once again, and we're trying to catch up to the back of Daniel Ricciardo and Nico Rosberg, who is ahead of us, as we accelerate forward now to lap 4. Yes, lap 4. Just coming past the pits, as you can see, and there's another car coming to the pit, so I think we're going to make it up one place. Yes, up into 2nd place now. So we've only got Nico Rosberg ahead of us, but don't get too excited, of course. As I say many, many times in the past, we haven't made our pit stop yet. Anyway, so it's time to accelerate forward now to lap 5. As you can see, still in second place. Rosberg's in the lead, but I think Rosberg is now going to come into the pits. Yes, he does, which means we are now going to go into provisional. Well, we were going to go into provisional lead, but we have decided also to come in for our pit stop. We changed from the soft tyre, which is the yellow sidewall tyre, onto the medium, which is the strategy I picked before the race, which should hopefully make us go to the end of this Grand Prix. And we should be on for some good points. Thank you. Come on, lads. Come on. Oh, we got held in the pits. Lost about a second there. Lost about a second on the pit stop. But it's okay. We rejoin in 5th place. So I think we've lost 2 places there with that extra second of holding. We're waiting for the other cars to come in. Anyway, we rejoin now. Oh, wait a minute, though. We've gone down to 11th place now. 11th place we rejoin on lap 6. This could be a disaster, but hopefully we'll still get back into the points because a lot of other cars are still going to come in for their pit stop, of course. So it's time to accelerate forward now to lap 6. Lap 6, and as you can see, there's a huge amount of cars ahead of us. And Alonso's currently in the lead. Yes, Alonso's currently in the lead as we go past the pit lane once again. There's more cars coming though. So we are going to make up a huge amount of positions here, I do believe. Yes, 9th, 8th, 7th, any advance on 7th? No, 7th position at the moment. And we are behind Maxi Boy Verstappen in the Red Bull. And ahead of our teammate Sebastian Vettel, who's getting very, very leery behind us, trying to get past. Of course, no team orders in the Ferrari team. No, it's just go for it. So this is now... Oh, look at... Oh, my goodness, he's not going to, is he? Yes, he has. He's done a treble overtake. A treble overtake. Well, it's a dive bomb, but it's a treble overtake on the cars in front of him. And the Hookster is now with the 4th position. Yes, 4th position on lap 7. As we accelerate forward down to lap 8. He's caught up to the back of Carlos Sainz, as you can see, who's in that Toro Rosso. Let's see if he does a dive down inside of Carlos Sainz. The answer to that is going to be a resounding... Yes, he does. So back into 3rd place now for the Hookster. But Carlos Sainz is still there to the right-hand side in that Toro Rosso car. Can he sort of hang him out to drive around the outside? And the answer to that is yes, he can. So, 3rd place now. Catching up to the back, or a little bit behind, I should say, Daniel Ricciardo. Oh, we've got yellow flag incident. Yellow. Max Verstappen is out of the race. Maxi Boy's out of the race. Oh, my goodness. Green flag now, green flag. And we've got the virtual safety car as well. That has brought out the virtual safety car. Let's go to a replay and see what happened to Max Verstappen then. Well, as you can see, he's got his DRS flag. Oh, wham, bam, thank you, bam. The engine just hand grenades itself. Of course, it's under maximum stress as soon as you open the DRS flap. And that's it. That's the end of his engine. It's gone. So that's why the virtual safety car has now been deployed. And we've got to slow down to maintain our pace of 3rd position at the moment. Anyway, a little bit later into the Grand Prix, you can see green flag now. The virtual safety car has now ceased and we can return to racing speed. Yes, return to racing speed and still hold on to this 3rd position as we accelerate forward down to lap 11 of the Grand Prix. And when the pressure now for the car behind, it's one of the false Indians. It's Nico Hulkenberg. Oh, wowzers. And we go a little bit wide there, a little bit wide. And Nico Hulkenberg is now on the inside. And we had the hand of truth goes up. And look at the damage to the side of his false India. He's been in the wars. Of course, wasn't he the car that hit Lewis Hamilton? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, let's see if we can get past Nico Hulkenberg as we brake very, very late this right hand. And the answer to that is going to be a resounding yes, we do. We have to go very, very tight though. Very, very tight indeed. But yes, we managed to hold on now to this 3rd position as we accelerate forward out to lap 12 of the Grand Prix. And what the? No. What? Oh no, it looks like the Hookster has made a mistake. He hasn't got onto the mandatory tyre as Nico Hulkenberg once again gets past us on lap 13, and we're going to try and go around the outside. He's really, really confused now, is the Hookster. Just desperately trying to hold on to this 3rd position. Yes, if you remember before the start of this race, I pushed the mandatory tyre right to the end of the scale, forgetting completely that, of course, I had to go onto that tyre at some point in the Grand Prix and hoping I was just going to go on for a soft and a medium, but of course you can't because you have to at one point go on to the hard tyre. I've completely cocked it. It means I've got to come into the pits for another pit stop just for 1 lap to go on this hard tyre. I'm in 3rd place at the moment, but I think I may end up outside the World Championship points. Oh my goodness. So where is Lewis Hamilton going to end up? This is now lap 13 going to lap 14. And yes, indeed, we've got to come in and put on this mandatory tyre set. Oh no, this is disastrous. Absolute disastrous. So here we go then. Change onto the hard tyre. We've got to do just 1 lap on this tyre. We're down to 6. Come on, we can still do it. We're still in the points, but there's cars coming down the start and finish line. Come on, 7th, come on, 9th, we can still do it. We're still in the points, we're still at 10th position. Yes, oh no, it's 11th place. No, you bastards! You bastards! It's 11th place! No! I've got no chance of catching. Oh no, and someone's tagged me. Someone's tagged me. It's Esteban fucking Gutierrez behind me as well. I don't fucking believe it. He's tagged me. Esteban Gutierrez has tagged me. And we've got no chance of catching. The cars ahead now. So Nico Rosberg has won the race, which means we are going to finish outside of the World Championship points. And where is Lewis Hamilton? Where is Lewis Hamilton? We'll find out any minute now, but this has been an absolute disaster for the Hookster in the all-season, Season 2 on F1 2016 as he crosses the line in 11th place.
You gave it your best. Better luck next time.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
A great
And
win
there's
for the
Toto
Mercedes
Wolff.
team
Is
today.
your name, Sarah Connor? No, it's Gavin.
I
Oh.
have to wonder,
And
Anthony
there
Davidson,
is
just
Nico
what
Rosberg.
set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely
Fuck's
changed the race,
sake.
didn't it?
There is
It's
Nico
hard to say
Rosberg.
exactly
There
what
are the
he
team
would have thought
mechanics.
about it, but
Yes.
there's no question
Look
that
at
they
that
came
bloke
out
with the
of
long
that
nose.
situation in a
Bloody
good
hell.
position.
Hope that's not modelled
So
after a
as I say
Codemasters
that, we can
employee.
see the
Otherwise,
drivers coming
that's
out
probably
now
the
to
reason why you
collect
never
their
see him.
trophies.
Yes.
It's yet
They
more
keep him at the
silverware
back.
to take back to their base of
There's
Brackley
Nico
after
Rosberg.
another excellent
Yes,
Grand Prix.
indeed. He won the race. We would have been. Oh no. And there's a false India in third place, just to add extra salt in the wounds. Yes. Oh shit. Anyway, never mind about that. Let's see where
After this round
Lewis
of the World
Hamilton is. You can see we ended up in
Championship,
11th
here's
place
how
to set
things
for the
look
World
in the drivers'
Championship
table.
points.
Well, the lead
And
of the
Lewis
results has
Hamilton
gone
did
down
not
after
finish
a
ahead of
poor
us.
result for our
Oh my
points
goodness.
leader.
He
Moving on
finished
to the
in
driver of the day then.
19th
Anthony
place.
Davidson, who would you
Oh.
go for?
So
I'm
none
going
of
with
us
someone
scored
who
any
really
points.
punched above
Oh my
their weight
goodness. I
yesterday,
don't
and that's
believe it.
Felipe Nasr.
Now let's take
So
a
the
look at
Drivers' Championship then.
drivers' standings.
We're 18 points behind now. Nico Rosberg has jumped ahead of us just by a point. Oh my god, I don't believe it. Well, almost
think it has to be
disaster, but
Felipe
not
Nasr.
quite. Anyway,
Put on
thanks
the
so much for
tyres,
watching,
nice
everyone. You've been
passes.
awesome as always, and as always, there will, of course,
Anyone who caught
be
my eye
more
today.
later.